Hey everyone, it is Irene from IreneLyon.com, and I'm standing on a street right now in Berkeley. It's May 4th, 2015, and Berkeley, California. And I'm on Vine Street between Milvia and Shattuck. And somewhere along this block, and I'm not exactly sure where, but somewhere on this block, on a day back in the late 1960s, there was a very interesting thing that happened with a man by the name of Peter Levine and a woman whom he calls Nancy. And for those of you that don't know, Peter Levine is the founder of the work that I practice called somatic experiencing. And he was young back then. He was a young man doing his PhD in biophysics. And he was also kind of the go-to guy for folks that didn't have any luck with, general medicine, people that were having horrible symptomology, syndromes, headaches, migraines, bowel problems, depression, anxiety. So back in the day, before people really understood meditation and breathing exercises and relaxation techniques, people would send Peter these people that were not getting better. And one day he had a woman come to see him named Nancy, and that was sort of what carved his pathway to develop his work, his practice, his rubric, the way that he teaches. And what happened that day is he realized one thing, and that is that humans, us, me and you, we have a tendency to not release our stress responses. So I'm simplifying this. But when we've had an event that's been incredibly traumatic, in this case with Nancy, she had reminisced to a tonsillectomy she had when she was very young, where she wanted to escape and flee from the doctor's office, and she couldn't. She was held down and she was put under, so she had her tonsils out. Fast forward into her adulthood, she was experiencing horrific body symptomology, horrible PMS, chronic fatigue. There's a long list that I won't go into. You can read about this in his book, Waking the Tiger, and in an unspoken voice. But what he realized is that all of the energy that she had in her body wanting to flee and fight those medical professionals back when she was young, it was still trapped in her system. And even though she had anxiety, when Peter had her try to relax, it actually made it worse. So sort of in a stroke of insight, he would say he had a bit of a gift from the gods. He had an image of a tiger, and while he was working with her, and he decided to yell to her, "Nancy, run like you're running away from a tiger." And her body instantly started to run on the spot while she was in his office, somewhere along this street, not exactly sure where. She started to run and as if she was escaping from that medical surgery back when she was really young. And Peter catalyzed this reaction with this imagery of a tiger. And of course, if a tiger was chasing us, we would want to run, we would want to flee. We probably wouldn't fight, right? We'd want to run. And so she started running and ended up trembling. And to make a very long story short, after this, she had some pretty incredible lifting of her symptoms and her troubles that had been plaguing her for so long. Now, of course, from what I know, he continued to do some work with her, but as an initial session, it was quite potent in that it released a lot of the trapped energy that had been stored for so many years, for well over a decade, more than a decade. Now, you might be wondering, well, I've never had a tonsillectomy where I've been held down. I've never had anything horrific. And the interesting thing is that we, as humans in this very complex, industrial, westernized world, there are many things that we trap in our body that we do not release. And a lot of the times when people hear about these spontaneous running responses, that I talk about and that Peter talks about and I see in my office, people think, oh, well, that's not possible. That can't be me. There's no way that that would be trapped in my body. And the thing is it doesn't have to be a running response, right? If you weren't needing to flee, then it might not be that. Perhaps you had to speak up one day or wanted to speak up and you couldn't. Perhaps you wanted to hit somebody or something that came flying at you and you couldn't protect your face. Perhaps you wanted to cry to something sad, but you couldn't because you didn't want to look weak. So there's so many ways that we trap this energy in our body and we want to release it. And we all have this. And it's okay to know that we have this. And I'm just shooting this video here because I was in Berkeley for a few days and I just wanted to walk down the street where that little discovery was made by, oh, hello, hummingbird. Hello. Sorry, I just got distracted by a little hummingbird. Anyways, he made an interesting discovery, and of course this wasn't something that he invented. It was already in our human system. We have it in us. Animals in the wild shake and convulse when they've been under attack or threat. They prounce. And we have really come away from allowing our natural organic impulses to flow out of us when we've been under threat or when we've been rendered helpless. And it's a very important conversation to have because these trapped stress responses, they make us sick. They make our insides toxic, and our culture has become quite toxic. And in order to heal this entire beautiful planet of ours, we really need to understand these responses that get held in us. We need to understand that it's okay to shake and to cry and to want to feel anger and sadness and rage and be like the animals, but also be incredibly intelligent as us humans are, so that we can keep this species of ours ticking and going and take care of our planet and our environment. So bottom line is, know that stress gets trapped in your system. Know that it's okay to release it. Know that there are ways to release it if you don't know how. Obviously, this is my expertise. There are many of my colleagues that do this. Obviously, Peter being one of them, but he's quite busy. So definitely, if you're watching this anywhere else other than irenelyon.com, definitely head over to my website. Check out what I've got there. Sign up for some updates. Sign up for my blog. Download a free report that's there that will teach you how to de-stress in 7 steps. I guide you through a very, very important exercise to get you to sense and feel and track your body sensations. So I highly recommend it. And thank you for listening if you're still here. It's been wonderful to teach you this little bit of information. Obviously, I've really simplified it, but I just wanted to give you a little snapshot of this neighborhood in beautiful Berkeley that was the space and place where Peter developed or started to develop his work, somatic experiencing. Take care, everyone, and many, many blessings.